Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. In this video, we are going to look at a new project by Model Zoo, which is a company that has open sourced this project called Shift Control F, which brings semantic search to your browser. This is a project based on TensorFlow.js. So this is not my own project. This is something that I recently came across online, and I really liked it, and I wanted to share it with you all. And this is really good, and you can start using it right away after you actually see this video how to use it. Otherwise, you can just go ahead to their GitHub page and then start reading the documentation. So this has been primarily put together by Yov Zimmerman, and there are a bunch of other contributors. So thanks to all of you, and also Model Zoo for making this an open source package and available it for all of us. So this is basically a Chrome extension. At this point, when I say Chrome extension, it could be used for any Chromium based browser like Brave or anything that you use which is Chromium based. So what is it? So usually whenever you want to find something on your browser, you tend to do Control F. You do Control F and then try to find something which is just a simple pattern matching. Maximum you can go with some plugin, you can go with regex level, but you cannot go beyond that. But what if you have a world where you can actually ask questions on natural language, like the example that's been given here. So it's the example is shown on Stripe. Stripe is a payment processing company, the documentation, and then asking a question, and then what this extension actually does is it highlights a part in the web page where you have answer relevant to this question, and then it also gives you more options to see. So what is behind the scenes happening? So it's a mobile bird that is fine-tuned on Squad dataset. Squad is a question and answer dataset. You would have probably seen it in a lot of benchmarking, especially question and answer related natural language processing benchmarking. And the beauty of this entire thing is it happens locally on your browser, which means you can even use it for your official purpose. You don't have to worry about data security because nothing goes to the server or anything. So it's a locally built, locally working extension. At this point when we are talking, it doesn't have a Chrome extension on the store. It doesn't have a built Chrome extension, but maybe by the time we get this video published, the author could have already published the Chrome extension. So I would request you to have a look at this page. But even if in that case, if you have like privacy concern, all those things, you can still build this extension, and that is what we are going to see, how to build this extension. So there is one caveat that the author has mentioned, that models like BERT, a lot of people do not know what it can bring out. So make sure that you are not getting some unpredictable output and then marketing it on social media saying that this is bad, or AI is going to kill human beings, something like that. Okay, so what is happening under the hood? It's basically taking all the content on the web page from your paragraph text, your ordered list and unordered list, and then it tries to use the question and answering model for every element, and then it tries to return the match, that is the answer for the question that you have put. So that is what basically is happening under the hood. And then the architecture we'll just see once we learn how to build this. So first of all, if you want to build this, you need to have node install, yarn install, and prettier install. You can see respective pages how to install this. So if you are probably on Mac or Linux, these things should be pretty straightforward using your shell, but I'm not exactly sure how easy it is if you're on a Windows machine. But I hope you as a Windows user, you have this ability to install all these things. So first step, we have to clone this. Let's clone the repo. Go to your terminal, git clone, and then once you clone it, enter that repository, and you can try to open it in the code editor of your choice. In this case, I'm opening it with Visual Studio Code, so you can have a look at these files. So basically the architecture goes like this. Let me see. Okay, so basically the architecture goes like this. So you have got mainly three JavaScript files, where your background.js does the TensorFlow.js question and answer. You can see the model is loaded here. I'm not a tf.js expert, but you can actually have a read through these things to understand things better. So there are three main files. So one is background.js, which actually acts like the part where the model is built and it comes up with the answer that you want. The second one is popup.js that actually gives you the pop-up. We have not installed it. It would look like this. And then the third one is content.js, this that reads the content from all these elements that we just discussed about: paragraph, unordered list, ordered list, all these things, and then it is going to help communicate with the background.js, and then it's going to give you the result. So at this point we are almost set to do our build. So open your terminal, and then what you want to do is you want to say make develop. Okay, it's probably going to throw an error. First of all, it says the module webpack dev server is not available. Okay, yeah, you can install this. Well, this is getting installed. We can have a look at the example, and we can probably decide which page we want to use this. Let me open a Wikipedia page. In this case, let's open about a cricket player, maybe Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah, so let's open a cricket player's page. So we have a decent page for us to look for some question. Wikipedia is asking me not to close this thing, but I don't have a choice at this point to close it. So now I think we are sorted. So make develop, and then it's trying to build. So now at this point you would probably hit this error. This is the error that I said. It's an error because the author is trying to locate a certificate, so that is a problem. So you have to go to your the file where you have this problem, which is in this case webserver.js. Go to utils and go to webserver.js. At this point you can just comment these lines, and save it, and then run it again. So once you do this thing, you would probably get a folder called build here, which would have that unpacked extension, which is something that we are going to sideload to your Chrome or Chromium browser. So you can see there is a build folder that just got generated, and this is what we are going to use to load it to your Chrome browser. So simply you can go to your Chromium based browser. Here in this case it's Brave, but you can use it with Chrome. So go to your extension, and then okay, go to your extension and say load unpacked, and select the directory, which is that build directory. Select it. Once you are done with that, it should ideally show you that extension. So let's see the extensions that we have. Once extension, manage extensions. So you can see that Shift Control F is already installed. If you want, you can enable it for even private browsing, which is what I'm going to do. So now that extension is installed, you can see the icon of the extension here. So we are almost good with that. So let's refresh this page once again. You want to ask a specific question about Sachin Tendulkar. When was Sachin born? Let's see if it answers. So again, it's a trial error for me. So this is the latency that I mentioned. There is a little bit of latency in it parsing the content and then giving. So you can see that it has got the results. So it's also giving you multiple results. So one is you can see here, and then the second thing is if you go here you can see. So maybe now we can ask a different question, different page, where we can probably start with a different question. Who started Flipkart? Let's see how soon it gives the answer. And so we've got the answers, and it has highlighted started by Sachin Vansal and Binny Vansal. So we can probably ask a different question now. Where is Flipkart located? Let's see if it gives something relevant to this. Not sure if this answer is on this page, but let's see. So it has come up with the answer saying Bangalore, India. So even if you see the word is based here, so we asked located, and it came up with the right answer. So that's the main thing about this machine learning driven solution, because it's basically using squad dataset, and that could help you with the right set of questions, the way the questions could be asked. So overall this extension does a good job. For me, I had only the problem with latency. It actually took a lot of time for me to show the answer. It could be possibly because my computer is too slow, or it could be something else. But I would request all of you to try it out. It's a wonderful project, and it is a direction that we should be actually taking. How to improve our productivity or solve our everyday problem using machine learning, and TensorFlow.js is really a good solution for that, because virtually everyone has a browser. You have browser on mobile phone, you have browser on laptop, computer, so you can definitely install machine learning very easily without having the need to do a lot of sophistication. And because of that, this is a wonderful project. Once again, thanks to Model Zoo for putting it together and then making it open source. Now anyone who wants to build a similar solution, they can just simply fork it and then start working on top of it, and that's what makes open source awesome. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and you would definitely try it out yourself, and then let me know in comments that if it worked for you, if you have any difficulty in getting it executed. Until next video, take care of yourself. See you.